Consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I would move that we approve the consent agenda as written. Second.
I would entertain a motion. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Cushman, yes. Mr. Harwood?
Aye.
Mrs. Musketti?
Aye.
Mayor?
In the affirmative.
Mr. Otto?
Aye.
Staff reports.
All right, we have one item on the information agenda for staff reports, and that has to do with a portion of Senate Bill 191, which otherwise known as the Teacher Effectiveness Bill. As a district, we are to identify when our certificated personnel mutual consent and hiring cycles appear on the calendar, and Mr. Valentine will give information on that.
Good evening. I believe you all have this in front of you, SOP 541. Really it just covers two areas, as Dr. Goldie stated. Identifying what mutual consent really is, what our steps would be in the process of mutual consent. And just to clarify, with Senate Bill 191 and CRS 2263-202, parentheses 2, C.5, it really just states that a person or a teacher cannot be transferred to a building without the consent of the principal and input of two staff members selected by the staff. So it just clarifies that law from the Colorado Revised Statutes, and then it also identifies our district's hiring cycles, which would be first hiring cycle would be July through August of each fiscal year, and then the second hiring cycle would be March through May 15th of each fiscal year. And just talks about the processes and how we would deal with that type of a situation. So I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions? Thank you, Mr. Valentine. Presentation discussion items. There being none, we'll move on to board member reports. Do we have any board member reports? No. Review board policies. Old business action items, we have none. New business action items. Dr. Goldie.
Thank you. We have Section A of our action items tonight deals with the School to Work Alliance program, SWAP, as it's better known as, which is a program for individuals with mild to moderate disabilities who are out of school. We have a contract that we renew each year to operate that SWAP program. We call on Kristen Javernick to give us some additional details on that.
Good evening. Attached to your board packet, I believe you have a copy of the contract. The contract this year will be in the amount of $81,868. And part of that funding will go to provide salary and benefits to our SWAP coordinator, who is Kathy Goodwin. She's a full-time employee at this point. As well as her office expenses where she's located at the Access Center, things like phone, technology assistance, mileage reimbursement, those kinds of things. We are obligated to match funds, and so our portion of the match would be $36,840. And those are kind of in-kind match, and so part of my salary would be an example of that in-kind match. And Renette, the secretary, does a lot for the program as well, so she would be providing services of in-kind. What other kind of questions can I answer at this point about SWAP? Currently, it's been 15 years in existence, starting way back with Peggy here. I don't know if you remember Peggy, and we've had 4 since Peggy, different coordinators. Right now, we're currently servicing 18 students at different levels within the program. Some are employed, some are ready to be employed, and some are just in the kind of the job coaching stages.
Thank you.
Great program.
Any questions for Kirsten? Thank you, Kirsten.
Thank you.
We would entertain a motion for approval of the SWAP contract.
I move that the board approve the School to Work Alliance program contract for continuation July 1st, 2012 through June 30th of 2015.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Cushman, yes. Mr. Harwood?
Aye.
Mrs. Musketti?
Aye.
Mr. Neer?
In the affirmative.
Mr. Otto?
Aye.